Well, hello and welcome to Java with Jim. I'm Jim Reid, Director of Business Development at Offit Kurman, and joined here today with Mike Reid, Director at Expense Reduction Analyst, otherwise known as ERA. Mike, good to see you today.
Good to see you, Jim. How you doing?
I'm doing well, as always. Love your background, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
So, Mike, tell us about Expense Reduction Analyst. What do you guys do, and what makes your company different from other companies that may be in the same industry?
Sure. Thanks, Jim. So it's Expense Reduction Analyst is the firm. We've been actually around internationally since 1992. Been in the U.S. Since 2004, and I've been with ERA since 2006. So a little over 16 years. So hopefully most of the people listening to this are familiar with us, but for those that aren't, Expense Reduction Analyst is a firm that helps our clients find hidden cash flow, helps them find cash within their supplier base that they can use to, for other purposes within the organization. We do it by helping them reduce cost in dozens of different overhead cost areas. There aren't a lot of firms that do what we do to the level that we do with that level of expertise. There's obviously consultants that help clients in certain areas, but there's very few that have the level of expertise that we have in all the different industries that we look at. Our main competition actually is the clients themselves, thinking that they can do that themselves. And most of the clients do. They do a good job managing their expenses, working with the suppliers to keep costs down. But to some degree, the supplier is always going to have a little bit more understanding of that industry than the client does. So it's not a level playing field. What ERA does is we bring in specialists within the different industries to help level that playing field. So I work with clients to identify areas where we can help clients save money, and then I bring in ERA experts that are industry specialists that review what the client's spending, review the level of service they're getting, and then try to find ways to improve those service levels and reduce costs. The best part is it's contingent. It's all self-funding. If we can help the client save money, we get paid based on that success.
Yeah, what a great model, and I've been there, done that, and I understand when you say your biggest competition is the company themselves, because many owners feel like they can do it as efficiently or better than you can. But Mike, I know you've got a network of experts throughout the country, and these are people that spent decades in industries like telecom, for example. And so I know you've got the right people who can help your clients save money. So it's really an awesome offer that you have. Mike, when it comes to ERA, what are you most proud of? You've been doing this for, what'd you say, since 2006?
Yep,
Wow.
16 years.
So what are you most proud of?
Well, on a personal level, it's really the different clients that I've worked with. It's very typical that we'll save them hundreds of thousands of dollars annually. It doesn't take any of their time. It takes very little of their time, takes no money. So we're having a big impact on their bottom line. And I love hearing stories about where they're taking that found cash and how they're putting that to use within their organization. And then as far as ERA is concerned, I'm just proud of the level of expertise. And you mentioned this, the level of expertise that we have. We've got 140 folks in the US. And like you said, they're industry experts with decades of experience. And, clients come to me with an issue or maybe a new problem to solve. And then I go out to the network, and typically there's someone within the network that I can use to help solve that problem for my client.
Yeah. Mike, I feel like during the pandemic, business owners took a real sharp eye at their overhead and how it impacts their bottom line. And I'm assuming that will continue because those are good habits to have for any business owner at this point. Wall Street has been volatile. Talk about a recession, inflation. Gas prices may have stabilized somewhat. Food prices apparently not so much. But I gotta believe that business owners are looking at all of their expense lines. So what do the next 6 months look like for you and ERA?
Yeah, I think you've nailed it, Jim. Well, during the pandemic, we kind of pivoted to help our clients with things like their supply chain. So there were supply chain issues, and they couldn't really focus on saving money because they had more pressing needs, and we were able to use some of our expertise to help them in those areas. And then right now, what I'm hearing from a lot of clients are, issues with staffing and finding and retaining key staff. So we found that I've used for some clients, I've found, hey, we can help you save money, and we can use that free cash to help you retain and find the best quality people. And then, like you said, moving forward, it's just about continuing to help them save money in the different areas that we look at. Kind of the core business of what we do has been the same during those 16 years, is just helping them save money. It's just the different areas where we're helping them save money have changed. Otherwise, the core business has pretty much stayed the same.
Yeah. To your point, Mike, I guess generally your pitch could be, hey, what would you do with an extra 20 or 30 or $50,000? And that's when you get the business owners really thinking.
That is correct. Yeah.
So Mike, what do people watching this video conversation not know about Mike Reid?
Um, that's a tough one. Yeah, I don't think I have any really
No
earth-shattering,
skeletons in the closet?
no revelations. People that do know me well know this, but maybe others don't. Is just my love of live music. Ever since I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I was the one shopping or sleeping out at the mall for concert tickets. When I met my wife, in about, I guess, 22 years ago. That was one of the big things we really bonded over. I found out she was going to Jazz Fest in New Orleans. I talked myself into an invitation and tagged along, and that's kind of where we kind of fell in love over the love of music. Unfortunately, I don't get out enough now because the kids and their sports and all the activities I have to deal with, but I'm always looking forward to live music. And there's a good band I like, Old 97s, is going to be in town on Sunday. And I'm also looking forward to, there's a big festival in Ocean City I'm looking forward to going to, a music festival. So I'm going to hopefully get out a lot more than I have, but that's one of my loves personally, is live music.
Awesome. Who would have known? I would have known
Yeah,
had I not just asked you that question. And you and I've known each other for many years, and I did
that's
not
right.
know that. So that's why we asked the question.
Yep.
Mike, this was great. I appreciate you spending time with me today. Thank you for sharing information about yourself and about ERA. It's a great story, and wish you the best of luck. And I know I'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate the platform and helping me get that word out.
You got it. Take care.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.